And it says you're live. We're live here. Welcome back, everybody. It's Crypto Hulk coming at you with another great program. We're going to start off with the biggest story first, the news story first. The Russian one was pretty fucking big. That's amazing. What's ready to happen? We're literally, hold on, crossing out what I've already done. We're literally moving forward so fast. Like the Russians have tokenized all that shit. That's amazing. Um, but they're still going to need a bridge. And if Russia wants to trade with the whole world, what if the whole world doesn't want the ruble? That's not going to work for Russia. So that's where the bridge comes in. It's not going to be in rubles. That's whatever people want. You know, somebody wants to. So that's just my deal with the Russian thing. I'm not scared of all that Russian stuff. We still need the best bridge currency, which is XRP, and the best ledger. So Phil, my ball sack, was the first one today to show up. Thanks for that. And you got Brendan. Memory of Nick, you are missed. He showed up the other day, a couple times. Yeah, he dropped some serious pounds of gold last time, and he was there maybe a week before then. But he's a businessman, you guys. You don't have time to mess around. He's doing big things, I'm sure. I got this little fucking channel. He just tries to encourage you guys and stuff, but my show takes a lot of time. These people are out there doing things in the world. I don't have time to be watching this fucking show. All right. Um, let's do El Salvador. This is fucking huge right here. I'll send you the articulo. Copy and then paste. Okay. Oh man, this is big. All right. I've said for since my show started, what we need are global crypto regulations. We need regulations. I've said I've worked in law enforcement in a few states in the United States, from the federal down to the county level. Never worked as like a city law enforcement, just county and up, state, federal. I worked for the Department of Justice before. I'm kind of familiar with some things. Okay. One of those things is, if you understand the origins of law and stuff, comes from Hammurabi and stuff. That's basic. I learned that shit in 1993 when I was in police academy. 92, 92. Yeah, a lot of years ago, almost 30 years ago. Yeah, a long ass time ago. But I was like 22 going through police academy. But you learn about the law code of Hammurabi, and that's important because law needs to be codified. You cannot bust people. And Hammurabi, I think they came out of Iraq, Mesopotamia area. So it's modern day Iraq areas where our laws for the United States came from. The basic core tenets of codification. Codification means it has to be in code. It has to be recorded. Okay, this is important for a foundation of law. You don't just have policy. Why am I telling you the fucking history of the world? Because you got Gary Gensler and his jackass running around trying to regulate shit. You can't do it, Gary, because it's not codified. We take this. See, Gary claims to be in enforcement. He's not. He doesn't know what the fuck. I'm in enforcement. I'm in a fucking enforcer. Let me tell you that. Okay. So when you take it back to Hammurabi and you understand that you need codified laws to have organization in your society, we have a crypto space. We don't have a crypto market because it's all fake. We have a crypto space that's out of fucking control, broke down because we have no codified laws. Okay. No other channel tells you this because they have no fucking clue. So without codified laws, now in the United States, we have what's called the United States Code. When I worked in Arizona, we had the ARS, Arizona Revised Statutes. So if I wanted to perform an arrest on somebody, they had to have violated a criminal code section codified in the ARS. California has penal code. I'd have to look in the law book to see if it was, like 211's robbery or whatever, just basic shit like that. I have to see what code section and subsections it was to properly put that on a citation or an arrest report. Okay. Gary Gensler doesn't do enforcement. I don't know why he calls it enforcement. There's nothing codified about crypto. I've only been saying this fucking shit for 2 years now. Every show. No other channel has a fucking clue what I'm saying. All right. Codification since Hammurabi is how we do shit. Gary doesn't do regulation by enforcement. He's not an enforcer. He's a fucking clown, just like everybody else at the SEC and in our government. Okay. So, Crypto Hulk, how do we get control of the crypto space? Really fucking easy. You go into the United States Code, and let's go back to 9th grade when we learned about the legislative branch of the United States, the executive, the judicial, just that simple fucking shit, all right? Tell those assholes in the legislative branch, which are our senators and House of Reps, to make fucking regulations. Then the president can sign off. The judges are there to interpret the laws, not Gary Gensler. Gary's a fucking useless pile of horse shit. Then when all that process is done, it goes into what we call the United States Code. Things like, what's a crypto? Because how's Gary going to regulate a crypto when it's not in the fucking law? Jeez, Crypto Hulk, I've never heard such clarity on all of YouTube. Yeah, I don't know either. That's why I had to make my own fucking show. Now, with all that, let's get into this article. El Salvador establishes, here we go. This is what we need from Hammurabi all the way up till now. Legal framework. El Salvador establishes legal framework for all cryptocurrencies. All cryptocurrencies. Oh my God, Becky. See what I'm saying? El Salvador has passed landmark legislation that establishes this is what the planet fucking needs. I've only been saying this, talking about Hammurabi and shit. No, he's not that monkey that got killed in the zoo or something. Save Hammurabi. That's not that one, if that's even the name. We're not talking about a big ape here, okay? We're talking about a legal framework. I've been saying for 2 fucking years about this case, United States Code. El Salvador, you get an official Crypto Hulk salute for doing the right fucking thing. El Salvador has passed landmark legislation that establishes a legal framework for all cryptocurrencies to build on the country's first mover advantage. It's called the National Bitcoin Office of El Salvador, and it was announced Thursday morning, Hong Kong time. Here's the fast facts. It's a very short article, about 10 sentences or something. With the passing of this digital securities law. Oh, key in on the word securities, kids. With the passing of this digital securities law, cryptos are securities according to this, El Salvador will offer unprecedented consumer protection. Oh God, here we go. When our government wants to provide protection for me, that means they're going to put a rubber on their dick and fuck my ass, all right? El Salvador will offer unprecedented consumer protection from bad actors. Well, our government is the bad actors in this crypto space, while also firmly establishing that we are open for business, he says. A part of the legislation, El Salvador will establish the National Digital Assets Commission. Very cool. This is very cool. A regulatory agency for security laws. So in El Salvador, they have a National Digital Assets Commission that is a regulatory agency for security laws. Oh, sounds like, okay, protecting the rights of digital asset purchasers and issuers and fraud prevention. Oh, shit, Crypto Hulk. I can just smell the money right now. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to check some comments. We're going to have a discussion. I'm kind of going a little bit off my I have a plan actually for this show. And when I found out this crypto law shit and the Russian stuff, I'm like, oh shit, that might be the basis for my whole show. Those are big fucking things. Hold on. I got some people threw something in the cookie jar here. Metal Heart 880. Best XRP channel. Got that right, man. Thanks for that. Dude, I seriously try to bring you the best news before anybody else. And sometimes, well, let's say a lot of times they don't even touch it, but yet they're talking about gold cards, art paintings, and all kinds of dumb shit and NFTs. These fucking dumbasses. I don't have competition. I got to deal with a bunch of fucking clowns out there that are scammers. That's what I got to do. And we're going to talk about a particular scammer here when this one's done. The guy that's like, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm going to show you how fucked up his program is because he was promoting fake scammy shit to you for about a year. Oh, we're going to talk about him, but I won't mention the name, but you all know who it is. He's going to get fucking clowned here in about 5 minutes. Enjoying some George Dickel on the rocks. I don't know about the name, buddy. Better watch it. Better cool your jets with that one. I don't know if you're trying to come on to me or something, but no, I know George Dickel is. Never mind. Enjoying some George Dickel on the rocks with boudin, pepper jack cheese, sausage, and T-bones. Oh my God, living the life. Listening to the best in the world. Brett Martin says this. That is, I can almost kind of imagine how awesome that is. Carl Ross, 3 months, brave soul. All the butt pirates are sitting home not watching Crypto Hulk. You got that right there. Carl Ross, thanks for your donation to the channel. Got Crypto She-Hulk there, working away. Vulcan Aussie. I'm just kind of looking through people that are here and make shit happen, says Helio Bob. Do you think USA exactly has a financial plan? Yeah. Look, we're waiting for the slow pokes, all right? So now, Kimmy Tomas. I love you, baby. Okay, I don't know who that's for. Not me. I'm not. Hulk high and present. Oh, he's high and he's present. He's ready for class and he's stoner. You're a stoner, dude. That's what we used to call him in the 80s. Like 1983. Like, you're a stoner. Now I want to give you my comment. First off, this is massive. When you get one country like El Salvador doing some shit like this, do you think when you get a country like El Salvador doing this, where they can send money? Well, eventually you're going to find out, but they're all going to be on XRP and stuff and XLM and XTC. When they're able to send money in, I don't know, 2 to 5 seconds, and it only costs like 0.0002 cents for a transaction, do you think everybody else is going to want to wait 5 days for that transaction to send, or do they want to join XRP and use crypto? Oh, this is going to set it off. This is like having a can full of gas and a handful of matches, and you're in a country barn. Okay. And you're drunk and you're high and you're 13 years old, guess what's going to happen? Okay. Something very bad. Grace and Truth. Freaking best channel. I'd say fucking. But this is massive because finally we've been waiting for like 14 years for this. Crypto came out with Bitcoin in 2008. Here we are. About 14 years later. Maybe it's 2009. I don't know. Don't care. But this, we're fine. Then we get all these countries talk about England's ready to pop off. You know, they're ready. In a few weeks, they're coming up with some kind of report or something. All right. This is what it takes. We got to get these slow pokes going first. So what the bigger countries are doing, like, oh, it's illegal and all this stuff. Wait, hold on. I have a running war with the media. They are among the most dishonest human beings on earth. True. Thanks, Don. I had to have Uncle Donald stop by the channel. So they've officially done this. So guess what? Other countries, they're going to start one over there, next one over there. Dude, this is how this goes. And then these CBDC starts coming online, country after country, boom, like that, boom. But now here's my caveat to all this. Something is going to go bang, says Elias. I'm losing patience. We need to moon already. Here's the thing. Here's the bad news. Remember, I told you the other day, we were talking, let me find it first. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Remember, we talked before El Salvador is going to do a fucking thing with the world. Hey, so we celebrated it for a little bit. Okay, it's great. It's awesome. It's a massive article. Yeah, it is. Here's the thing: the Bank of International Settlements has to inspect their laws and regulations. Now, here's the bosses. I'm going to read you the bosses before you get a green light to do some shit like this. Now, the president of El Salvador is going to have a wild cannon, as they call it, a loose cannon. He's all talking about bitcoins being a legal tender to pay bills. He does some shit. I kind of admire him. He's like, fuck it, I'm doing this shit for my country. I wish he had me as an advisor so we could have had the people from Ripple come down there like they did in Australia. Like Ripple does all around the world and does shit right. I wish me and him could have a talk because I want the El Salvadorian people to like thrive and survive great. But Mr. President of El Salvador, the BIS has got to write off. I've done the show. You will not be trading. You will not have banking and all this shit if you don't get the Bank of International Settlements inspection. They need to inspect what you're doing. I went over the report. Remember the Basel? I went over the Basel. We broke down how you get a CBDC, what kind of risk is involved, how do you back which ones, all these things. So, Mr. President, you have to have the FSB, Financial Stability Board, authorize all your rules and regulations, your laws. You have to have the IMF come in and look at it, okay? You have to have Basel. You have to have the BCBS, the Committee on Banking Supervision. You have to have CPMI come in, Mr. President. You have to have the International Organization of Securities Commission, Mr. President. That's the IOSCO. Finally, you have to have the Financial Action Task Force, Mr. President. That's FATF. They have to sign off on all your laws and regulations and how the bank's going to deal. Whew, you know how government red tape is and paperwork, man. You're going to get buried like neck deep in paperwork. But that's what needs to happen. So I'm kind of pouring cold water over this story, but it is now if they have all this done, oh shit, this is fucking enormous. Okay. Because then they truly are the first ones. You know, they might have got up to the finish line and they're like 1 inch away. But then when the Basel shit comes in, then they drop them back 100 meters and somebody else who's already done their work moves forward. So what I know is that XRP is the most compliant crypto. They're always with regulators and shit. So any country that deals with XRP, I'm sure it's already Basel certified. It's already FAT. It's all that. So that's that story. Let me cross it out. I'll find another article that we'll go over. But I've seen more stuff now popping off in the past month. Okay, here's India doing the fake job again. Let me find it. Okay. We're going to have to clown India's central bank governor right now because the central bank governor wants to say dumb shit. Okay, there's the article. Go ahead and take a little looky-loo. Here's the title. India's central bank governor calls for a ban on crypto. Again, compares it to gambling. Are you fucking serious? What's wrong with these fucking people? The Reserve Bank of India governor Shaktikanta Das called for a ban on crypto during a recent conference on January 13th. And I quote, listen to what this fool says, because I got 2 links. We're doing a super short deep dive. Well, then it's not a deep dive, Crypto Hulk. It's a super short dive. Don't correct me. Well, I'm not Crypto Hulk. You actually corrected yourself. Cryptocurrency does not have any underlying value. let me repeat that. The bank governor, Central Bank of India governor, says cryptocurrency does not have any underlying value. I'm telling you. Oh, God. That's what he just said. Can you believe this fucking shit? Oh, here's what else he says. And that crypto's value is based on make believe and speculation. No, you just didn't open up a can of whoop ass for Crypto Hulk show. Yeah, you did. Some of you have seen this article before the other day. Well, you're going to see it again. So that central bank governor believes that. Crypto Hulk just dropped a link. I tend to go with reality. On this article, you have India's second largest private bank joins Ripple X Current. Oh, shit. Now we're caught with our pants down. Yep. You're in the back seat of a car. You're like 16. Hey, I've been there before. Well, I wasn't 16. I was like 19, 18. I was like 18. I was in a community college parking lot. Crypto Hulk, that's enough. Okay, and the cop knocks on the door. I'll leave it at that. India, so check this out. So you got the governor of the Bank of India calling cryptocurrencies make-believe and garbage and shit, and they have no value. But you have India's second largest bank. It's a Ripple partner. Do you know who that second bank would have to get permission from to use XRP and Ripple? It would have to get that joker that says it has no value. Crypto Hulk, this is kind of weird how India is like saying crypto's no good, but then they're having the banks use crypto to move money. Like, doesn't that seem like hypocritical? Yeah, especially, I just dropped you another article. I've shown this one a lot. India's federal bank partners with Ripple to use XRP for cross-border payments. Mr. Bank Governor, I want to try to repeat this fool's name again. Shaktikanta Das. You're a fucking dumbass, dude. How the fuck? We've got India's top second bank and the number 6 bank. I'm damn sure the State Bank of India. I went over this morning. I'm sure your number 1 bank also uses XRP. How do you call crypto gambling, for God's sakes? Mr. Shaktika, let me tell you something in case you didn't know. Ripple is cryptocurrency and a ledger, dude. It's a blockchain and a crypto, and your banks are using it because you gave them authority. So how is that useless, Mr. Shaktika? Are you going to allow your number 2 banks to gamble? Is that what you do on your watch? Because if you're a board of a bank governor for a central bank of India, how do you let your banks gamble with crypto like XRP, dumbass? See what I'm saying? These fuckers think that we're fucking stupid or something. Let me cross out those articles. Shatikanka Das. I'm going to call his name Kaka. Forget this. I'll call him Shit Kaka. Instead of Shanti Kaka, I'll just call him fucking Shit Kaka. Because that's what his brains are. He sits on them. Straight up fucking liar. All right. Next. Let's go over. We got to go over the YouTuber that is into fake scammy crypto and got some of you guys wrecked. Yep. I won't mention his name, but you'll know. XRP isn't crypto. No, there's, oh my God, brand new person. Okay. This is a learning channel. You have something called blockchain, which is like a ledger. It's like a road. Imagine a roadway. You drive on a road, correct? That's the ledger, which we know as blockchain. I'm just using these terms very simple so people can get it. So you got a road that everybody drives on. Everybody drives on the XRP ledger. It's a road, or you call it a blockchain. Got it? Now, you have things called cryptos. And you have something called bridge currency, which is XRP. All these little cars are cryptos and they drive all over the XRP ledger. So all the cryptos run on the ledger, got it? On the blockchain. But there's one of them that's better than all the rest because it's a bridge currency and it can like turn into other cars. You could have like a 1973 Pinto and it turns into a Lambo. That's what XRP does. It's the special one, okay? So that's the little lesson for right now. Let's go to, hold on. Hopefully I didn't, I got it. I found it. I found it there, man. Copy. Hold on. I got to paste this shit up here. Great analogy. Well, I was a teacher in 5th grade, actually. Wasn't there some kind of thing that says who's smarter than a 5th grader or something? Hey, those kids ain't that fucking smart. Let me tell you, they could probably repeat all kinds of stuff, but man, they can't even fucking tie their shoe and walk across the street without getting hit by a fucking car. That's not too smart to me, all right? They can probably do geometry, but they can't fucking cross the street, or they'll probably accept candy from a stranger and get kidnapped and raped. That ain't smart to me. All right, so here's this article. Alameda liquidators get liquidated on Aave as they try to consolidate funds. If you remember, oh, I do, I'm Crypto Hulk, I remember quite a bit. There's this guy, and he's like, I'm not a financial advisor. And he'll always say stuff when he's reading something like, well, I don't necessarily believe in it, but I think that it's very interesting, okay? So it's that guy. And he would promote for like at least about a year, Aave. He promoted Aave, okay? He promoted a scam coin for 1 whole year. Well, Crypto Hulk, why are you so hard on this guy? Because he promoted a fake crypto scam for a whole year. That's why I put people down, because I don't like people that rip other people off. Well, he seems like a nice guy. I don't care how he fucking seems. There's some of these salesmen that might seem like they're your best friend and they're going to fucking rob you blind. I don't care how nice somebody is. I look at fucking results. When you run a business, like I was in training to be a CEO for a corporation. They don't want to hire a nice guy. They want people that make results, billions of dollars, okay? So when I'm not a financial advisor is talking about Aave as his sponsor, let's read to see what happened with I'm not a financial advisor sponsorship, okay? Alameda Liquidator. So we already know Alameda and FTX is a big fucking scam, okay? Let's keep going. Alameda Liquidators have been consolidating funds from Alameda wallets into a single wallet. In the process of exiting and on-chain, they were liquidated for $72,000. Here we go. Alameda Liquidators lost $72,000 on DeFi lending platform Aave after getting liquidated themselves while attempting to recover funds for creditors. The liquidators were trying to close the position in the process, first remove the extra collateral, putting it at risk. You got this crypto data from Arkham, shared it. The position was liquidated twice. Aave, it was a token used on Aave that is backed by Bitcoin. So the funds will no longer be recoverable for creditors. So you have an issue on this Aave platform that is just people are losing money because they're getting mixed up with Alameda. Okay. The data is based on wallets that have been tagged as relating to Alameda by the blocks. Okay, so Aave had wallets that were tied to Alameda. Well, we all know what happened with Alameda. They're a fucking scam. So therefore, Aave is investing in scams, and you guys lose money when dumbasses promote that shit. Okay? And that is all that I have. Hopefully none of you guys were any of them, because I would never promote Aave. I don't promote dumb shit products on my channel. It doesn't work out well. Hodl. Let's see. Hulk, you kill me. What about the new ISO like Casper and Alliance Block? I don't know nothing about that. Not interested to learn. All I need to know is what I got going on now. You can be super rich. I'm not putting it down or not, because I don't want to learn about it. 'Cause I don't need to. I mean, there's a lot of good shit out there, but I only have so much time. I've spent my time in this, and you can get rich in a lot of different ways. Um, Go made it. Let's see. Next article. Let me take a look. Okay, so let me get rid of that one, that one, that one. We got the Russian story done. And that. Oh, okay. I think I accidentally, give me a second here. I got to find something real quick. I deleted something by accident, but I can find it real fast. I got a 2-link deep dive, or a short deep dive. Hold on a sec. Okay. I'm going to send you this link. Here we go. Back to Europe again, because they're real close, everybody. They are really. Hello, Sagor Das. Haven't seen you for a while. Europe is going to take off. Here's the article. The ECB, the European Central Bank, starts. Oh, here's the bullshit. Okay, they want you to make it think like, oh, we're looking into this and we have no idea. So here, the European Central Bank starts canvassing CBDC suppliers. They're just starting to look for them. Okay, like they were born fucking yesterday. For the digital euro market research. Oh, what shall we do, by Jove? Let's find a digital currency, eh? First paragraph. The European Central Bank has published a questionnaire to gather information. Oh, they're going to gather information. Oh, of course. They know nothing about this fucking subject, right? Okay. They're going to gather information from suppliers of central bank digital currency technology. You mean like Ripple, who only deals with central banks? It's part of its market research. Oh, God, yes. It's part of their market research for the digital euro. Please. What a load of fucking shit. The information will be gathered. The information gathered will be used for the implementation plan that will be part of the digital euro. Okay, sure. They're going to just start putting together all this stuff. Got it. That's like an 80-year-old hooker saying she was a virgin. The most interesting. Okay, I'm not going to get into this article anymore. I'm going to show you the next link for this, what I'm talking about, and then we're done. It'll take you like 30 seconds. So the European Central Bank has no fucking idea, right? Okay. They have no idea what the fuck they're going to do with a digital current or the digital euro. Well, I call bullshit because I have an article here that says Ripple partners with the Digital Euro Association. Oh, shit. Like, well, okay, well, maybe we know a little bit more than what we're saying. This article is only from like almost a year ago, like 11 months, not a big deal. Today, the Digital Euro Association announced that it was partnered with crypto company Ripple. Well, ain't that something? Now, because I thought the European Central Bank just started canvassing and looking around. Well, I think we have a little bit of a fib here and not a Fibonacci. We have a bunch of liars because the European Central Bank's like, we're going to gather information. I'm like, bitch, you should have so much information. You should be writing a fucking book on it, right? Okay. So now we got the European Central Bank fucking liars. That's that story and that link. Let me check some comments on it. Take all the seconds you need, Hulk. Mad dope knowledge. Of course, I'm not going to be putting out stupid ass shows. You better watch everybody. If you walk away from this like broke, then you're fucking stupid because you haven't been listening to word. You should have at least like 10 million, $5 million bucks at a minimum watching this fucking show when this thing pops. All right. There's been zero scam shit on my program. I don't invest in no art paintings. There's no fucking dumb shit, no NFTs, nothing on this fucking channel. Everybody has to be rich or it's your fucking problem. You were doing something else, not listening. This shit's too fucking easy to come up in crypto. Where are we at as far as time was? 36. Okay, let me narrow it down. Okay, this is a good one right here. This will probably take me 5-10 minutes. I'm going to send you, I got 2 links, but I'll send you one right now. Hold on there. All right, this is a good one. Now it's a 2-year-old article. The reason I'm telling you this is because this shit that's already happened, like we just got news that the European Central Bank is gathering information. Well, I call bullshit because they already got with Ripple 11 months ago, for God's sakes. So sometimes I will bring up articles that are a year old and stuff to call bullshit on these companies, on these organizations. Most people, if you're not Crypto Hulk, you're going to read European Central Bank is gathering they're gathering information. Okay, no, see, Crypto Hulk comes in, boom, bullshit alert goes off. I go back 11 months and find out, oh, you've been meeting probably daily with Ripple for a fucking year almost, dude. So that's why sometimes I'll bring up shit that's 1 or 2 years old to call bullshit on these rich banks and shit, okay? Some people are like, oh, Crypto Hulk. I get these dumbasses on TikTok saying, like, oh, you're showing old news and da da da. I'm like, well, you're showing you're a fucking airhead. All right. Ripple investor, SBI, and SIX. SIX is a Swiss, Zurich, Switzerland payments company, crypto exchange type deal. Ripple investor, SBI, which is a bank in Japan. SBI Japan owns 10% of Ripple, just saying. So Ripple investor, SBI, and SIX, the Swiss company, announced a joint venture for Liquidity Hub. Stop for a second. Keywords, Liquidity Hub. So we know that in Canada, Ripple came out with the big fanfare. We have a Liquidity Hub there. Now we know they have one in Singapore as well. And I'm going to make a guess. There's one in Switzerland that they might not have advertised. I don't know. This is my guess, but let's continue. Ripple investor at the 10% level, SBI, and the SIX group intend to work together to build the most important liquidity hub for institutional investors and digital assets in Singapore. R3. Now here we go again. R3. So that's XDC. So like I'm telling you, you get all 3 or you just buy one, you're going to be fucking rich. Okay. That's how this shit goes. So here we have a clear example of XDC working with XRP to get the job done. It's not like a competition with trying to punch each other. Okay. It's XRP is designed to do, if you want to buy if you want to get XDC, because it's like fucking what, 2 cents or something, and just let's say you got $5,000. I mean, you can get a shit ton of XDC, what, 100,000 of them or something, maybe, or I don't know. I don't do math. I wasn't good at it. But if you had like $3,000, if you could buy XDC, I mean XDC, I don't know what it costs, but you get a fuck ton of them. And because it works together with XRP. So R3, which is XDC and Ripple, are expected to serve as the core technology. Ripple investor SBI, through invest subsidiary SBI Digital Asset Holdings and SIX Digital Exchange. So we know that the Swiss company is a digital exchange. So if they're building a hub in Singapore, why wouldn't they build one in Switzerland where their headquarters, right? I don't know. That's just my opinion. I say we got 3 known Ripple liquidity hubs that I know of. Well, we technically have 2, Canada, Singapore. I say one's in Switzerland. Announced today that they have formed a joint venture to issue, trade, and store digital assets for traditional investors. So how are they storing them? Is PolySign involved in this without anybody knowing? That's PolySign's been real secret this whole time. That's what I say. It's PolySign because they're not telling us who's doing the digital custody. That means it's a secret. So here's the deal. You've got Ripple, an American company, and SIX Digital Exchange, which is Swiss, working with the country of Singapore, which is called their Monetary Authority of Singapore. So you got two private companies working for basically, I think, a government bank. Very interesting, right? They said in this article from a couple years ago, they should launch this no later than 2022. I don't think they have because COVID or whatever it was. So we'll see. SIX Digital Exchange, headquartered in Zurich, is a service provider for trading digital assets, settlement, trading and settlement, and digital assets located in Switzerland. Oh shit. They also have the tokenization of existing securities. Oh, damn, this is massive right here. This is big. Now we know that they've been, for 2 years or more, they've been tokenizing securities. Like, this is like a big deal. But we never hear this, though. We always hear, oh, companies are going to token it. Dude, they're already doing this shit right now. Now, the name of the channel, there was a certain bank that I talked about that does this, and it got my channel shut down, my Crypto Hulk 2, so I can't mention that. But if you go to around to my Twitter page, February, March, maybe April of my Twitter page, I've downloaded all the printed information you want to see what actual bank got my channel shut down. But I can't talk about that here because we got communists listening and controlling. The group's strategic, and so they got, I'll tell you what, they got cryptos, they're calling them securities. They got securities, stocks, bonds, and shit in Switzerland. They're running it all. And I think it's a division of that bank that got my channel shut down. Like a sister or brother or something. I already told you they're doing it all. They call securities notes. You're gonna have commodities notes. All these are notes except XRP is a bridge currency. I don't know if the currencies are currency notes. It's probably what they are. But R3 is involved all in there, okay? So whether you want XRP, XLM, I don't really think it fucking matters, to tell you the truth. Oh, another thing I noticed, I was talking with my friend, I had to tell him. Besides the fact I don't care what the fuck BRICS does, it has no effect on XRP, which is a bridge currency. I told him this. There's a lot of talk that the United States went off the gold standard in like 1971, 2 or 3, okay? I can't remember exactly. But I'm going to tell you what, I told him, technically, we're not off the gold standard. He's like, what? Yeah, we are. We don't. No, we're not technically off of it. If you looked on a dollar bill or something, you might have seen the word promissory note. That's a promise. Now it starts to get real. Now it's one of those, that moment when you're listening to Crypto Hulk and shit is about to get conspiratory. Okay, so here we go. This will be the last thing and then we got to go. I've got some a little bit of tequila I got at the store, and forgot what, Margaritaville. That's what it is. Those little tiny bottle. I bought some of those little bottles. Okay, we allegedly went off the gold standard in early 70s, right? Well, technically, no, we're still on it. What we have is called a temporary, it's a temporary court order, whatever that happened. I'm not a lawyer or a financial advisor, so I don't know the legal terms when it comes to treasury activity and all that. What happened is President Nixon, filled out a temporary, whatever they call them, injunction, whatever the fuck it is, and they temporarily halted the exchange of gold. They didn't end the gold backing. Technically speaking, it's a temporary hold on the right to exchange your gold for money. Oh shit, Crypto Hulk didn't know that. Yeah, yeah. I'm just letting you know. So technically, we still are on the gold standard. That's why on your money it says promissory note, correct? Because guess what? I'm proving my point right now. If we completely permanently went off the gold standard, which we did not, we are technically still on the gold standard. And if you fought it in court, you probably could get gold for your money, but that would probably cost you like a Ripple trial, $100 million. It's not fucking worth it. But to prove the point is, if you look on the money, it says promissory note, doesn't it? I mean, last time I checked, I think it does. So what does that mean? Promissory note. That's what a note is. Like a bond is something that's a year or more longer, right? You could buy some kind of government bond or something, and then when you sell it back, you can earn the interest they pay you. A note is like a short-term bond. It could be a very short-term bond. That's what XRP is going to be considered as a note. Okay. Securities notes. All these cryptos are notes. Okay, they're used in such a way they can be construed to be notes. When I did my show and it got destroyed, that's what they called securities, security notes. So you have commodities notes. If you look on your money, it says promissory note, doesn't. That's what a dollar bill is. It's like a bridge in a way. Think of XRP. But our dollar is a promissory note. You, technically speaking, you could still turn that dollar in and get gold. Now they've temporarily halted the exchange. They didn't permanently disband the other, okay? So technically speaking, you could get your money from it, okay? We didn't go off the gold standard. We still are on it. We just temporarily halted 40, 50 years ago, 48 years ago, maybe something like that, or 49 years ago. Like I was born in 70, so when I was like 1 or 2 or 3 or something, went off the gold standard. No, we didn't. I mean, sorry, we temporarily stopped exchanging. There's a difference between permanently going off a gold standard and temporarily stopping exchanging. That's why in the money it says promissory note. So think of money; those are notes. $50 bill, $100 bill. They all say promissory notes on them. Technically, you could still turn them in for gold. That's what a note is. It's like a short term, not a loan, but something that you have for a certain period of time. If you want it to be a day, a week, or a month, a year, 10 years, 20 years later, and still turn it in, that's like what a note is. But generally speaking, though, notes are more short term. But a promissory note would be something like money. So maybe a promissory note. I don't know all the details of this shit, but because it's now we're starting to get out of my area that but just whatever it is, notes are shorter term, but then promissory notes are a little bit different. I don't know all the distinctions, and I don't really fucking care. So, but if it's a bond, there's a set. It's usually generally a year and up, and then you can get like notes, short-term treasury notes, do all this shit. Whatever, but just understand the fact that the money bill that you hold is technically still a note, and it's eligible. So we're going to be going back. No, what they're going to do is go back to the gold standard by relieving the temporary restriction on the exchange. That's how they're going to do that. So we're still on the gold standard. We're just going to we're going to undo what they did. Okay? That temporary thing is going to be lifted. The temporary ban of exchange will be lifted, but we're technically still on the gold standard. Just thought that was interesting. That's why it still says it on the money. I told my friend. Otherwise, if we were off the gold standard, they'd have to take promissory note off the money. You get it? So that's a little slick move I taught you. Let me check there. Ed Doxy. What do we got here? Ed Doxy. Fantastic information overload. Bravo, Hulk. Yeah. There's a lot of info. Like legal tender. Sell gold to buy more XRP. Interesting wordage. Yeah. Boy, Jove, I say that's a pretty good show, eh? I'm going to go. We're at 50 minutes. I pretty much got it done. My brain's starting to get tired of trying to explain all this shit, man. With 2 shows today, and I still got plenty. Well, I got some news for tomorrow. Let's see. Yeah, I'll be able to put on a show for tomorrow. Hold on. I got to look for stuff for tomorrow. I went through a lot of news today. My God. Yeah, I only got like 3 articles lined up for tomorrow. So I got to do some work and find more. Time flies. Yep. Learning lots. Joined yesterday, AJ Singh. Welcome to the channel. That's my goal. So if I give you a link, AJ, and you have the time, read the shit, and you'll learn like fast, like that. Okay? That's why I show the links. So if you have spare time, whatever, if you don't, click them out. But if you do, anyhow, that'll be it. I wish you all luck. I know this year, it looks like it's the year. From what I'm reading off here, I can't see. You got El Salvador doing the thing, saying we're all ready to go. They're like at the starting line, ready to go. That's going to make everybody else want to do it. Russia tokenized all this shit. That's going to make everybody else do it. These are landmark things that have happened. I'll see you all tomorrow in my channel. Okay.